let's go to Parliament. And this is the most exhaustive debate, part of the debate that I saw. Honorable Abu Jinapor, Member of Parliament for Damongo, former Minister for Lands and former Deputy Chief of Staff, was speaking on a matter that had been started by the majority leader, who talked about how he, as majority leader, was against the establishment of the Office of the Special Prosecutor, given that, in his view, it was contradictory to Article 88 of the 1992 Constitution. Mahama Ayega gave an erudite speech about how the Office of Special Prosecutor was not doing things right, quote and unquote, how it was not fit for purpose, how, in fact, it is unconstitutional. He said all these matters. And he said it based on things that had happened at the Office of the Special Prosecutor's office yesterday. Mahama Ayega, the majority leader in Parliament, was not talking about things that have happened in the Special Prosecutor's office years ago and months ago. He was talking about things that happened there yesterday. Because when the things that were happening, he was there. He didn't say anything. But yesterday he spoke and actually said that the entire office, as far as he was concerned, is unconstitutional. Speaker Bagbin then graciously gave Abu Jinapor the floor to respond to this debate. Listen to what he said.
So, Speaker, first of all, I think it's absolutely important that we point out that the intent and the motivation behind the Akufo-Addo government effort and decision to create this office was a noble one. So, Speaker, I was Deputy Chief of Staff at the time this office was created, and I was very much involved in the deliberations and discussions leading up to the establishment of the office. And the general intent, Mr. Speaker, was really, as is captured by Hansard, was to ensure that we had a dedicated office which was focused on fighting corruption, unraveling corruption, investigating corruption, and punishing corruption. Mr. Speaker, you will agree that in some jurisdictions, particularly in the American jurisdiction, the concept of special prosecutor is very common. And then in Africa, you have South Africa. Mr. Speaker, when several other people, look, Mr. Speaker, we have seen it in this country several times. Government changes, and then some of these measures are put in place. Political opponents are put behind bars. When Paul Adom Otchere was arrested by the OSP, the Office of Special Prosecutor, because allegedly Paul Adom Otchere had been critical of the office, when he was arrested and put behind bars, Mr. Speaker, and some of us raised our voices, the majority leader's voice and the majority side was mute. Because today, it is lawyer Martin Kwebu. Mr. Speaker, when the law is applied unfairly against Wontumi, it is bad. When it's applied unfairly against Osei, it is bad. When it's applied against Paul Adom Otchere, it is bad. When it is applied against Martin Kwebu, Mr. Speaker, it is indeed bad. We make laws and make good laws to the best of our ability for all of us, and we respect the law for all of us. Mr. Speaker, I want to conclude. The leader of this house, the majority leader, has had cause to rise up in this house to indicate that the Office of Special Prosecutor is not an office which is fit for purpose. The Speaker, he's even gone a step further. He's gone to the extent of indicating that the Office of Special Prosecutor is an unconstitutional body. It's an unconstitutional office. That's exactly the point the majority leader is making. That the existence of the Office of Special Prosecutor is at variance with the provisions of our national constitution. The Speaker, 1 year down the road, they build an office. They have a super majority. What are they telling us? What are they telling us? The Speaker, this country, with the greatest respect, is sick and tired of talk. Talk. Today, the 4th of December, the super majority join us. We, the advocates of rule of law, the bastions of rule of law, the originators of rule of law, the promoters of rule of law, the doyens of rule of law. Shake off your revolutionary tendencies a bit. Shake it off and join us, Mr. Speaker, to let the rule of law prevail. When it prevails for Honorable Mahama Ayega, It prevails for Abu Jinapor. It prevails for all of us, all the people of Ghana. I thank you.
That was Abu Jinapor speaking in Parliament, and I like the demeanor of the majority leader. You can tell that he had regretted something. Can't you tell? When the camera panned onto him, and you could tell that he's feeling some sense of regret. We all need to go through that process so that we can build a better nation. Everything that we have said is true. Everything that we have said is true. But it will take a while for everybody to see that everything that we have said is true. It is coming, small, little by little, precept upon precept, poco a poco. It will come out that everything that we have said here was true. Everything is true.